Yeah, well, look, parents are responding right now to this scene because they're trying to figure out how their student is doing right now. I just spoke to one. Steve, please join us here. We understand students are on lockdown. What is your child telling you?
Yeah, we've heard from him. He's in the library, and I've heard from other parents that their kids are safe. I do know that two people, or two deans, is what I heard.
To what?
Two deans were shot or stabbed. I don't know.
And how did you learn this information? Right now, we know that two adults were taken to the hospital. How are you finding
Two.
out that they may be? Are you saying
This
they
is
may
what I
be?
heard from somebody that is staff in the school to let me know. I know those.
What did they say exactly?
I'd have to look at my text thread, but I heard that a dean was shot, and then I heard that there were two, and then somebody said their names. The same person did.
And that's obviously information that we haven't heard yet. That's information that we're going to have to verify here. But in terms of your student being in the library, how long have they been on lockdown for?
I think this has been going on for 20 minutes or so. I don't know anything more than that.
Okay.
I just want to point out that this is the fourth major incident here at East High. The Denver School Board is failing us, and it's really a problem. We have the shooting, involved three East students right here at Carla Madsen. They disclaim that, say it's far away. It's school property, basically. It's right in front of the school. Then we have a swatting incident a week later. Then we have the shooting of Luis Garcia, and we just had his funeral on Saturday. How much more is it going to take before people start realizing this place is a ticking time bomb?
And I've been hearing the exhaustion from parents. I've been hearing the exhaustion from students who've been calling for stricter action to be taken against gun laws. Does your, I mean,
Gun
go ahead.
laws is a long-term play. We got to figure that out as a society and as a country. What's more immediate is school resource officers were barred from being in the school. There were 18 in the city and county of Denver that were helping. They were keeping lids on things. There's this thing called a ladder, a discipline ladder. They can't report anything to the police. It's really a bad situation.
Well, I actually covered this story 2 weeks ago, and it's just so tragic that we're actually back here about DPS and the students here going to the Capitol asking for SROs to come back to the school. These were friends of Luis Garcia, the student who was killed here. The shooting happened in February. He was taken off life support, and they asked DPS to consider reinstating an SRO at this school. And the response they got from City Council in Denver was, "We are here to support and hear what you guys have to say." This does it not prove that there needs to be an urgent step taken here because students just don't feel safe?
Yes. Imagine how disruptive your work environment would be if you were going to work every day with fear of these types of things going on at your place of employment. So from the teacher's perspective, yes, things have to improve. From a student's perspective, they're constantly interrupted by lockdowns and SWAT officers. How are they supposed to be in a frame of mind to absorb this information? And for all the disruptors that are in the school that could be addressed through disciplinary actions that the teachers are prohibited from taking because of the school board has directed them not to refer to the police. And all this environment just has to improve, not only for the teachers and their working environment, but for the students learning.
Yeah, and it's my understanding you have a sophomore at this school. What kind of conversations are they having with you about how they feel about their safety in light of everything you just shared?
My son is being stoic. He is acting unfazed. I have an incoming freshman as well. But I will tell you that at the swatting incident, I've seen kids broken down in tears, crying. It's very traumatic to some kids. My student has been through some of other things that have led him to have the resiliency to deal and to cope with these things. But it's unfair to the student body in general.
Steven, you've been really gracious with your time. I really appreciate it. Wish the best of luck to you guys. All right. Guys, back here now, we saw a few more law enforcement vehicles coming this way. We're going to speak to more parents here. As soon as we get another update, we'll bring it to you live.